Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Rochester Community Schools Virtual Campus Curriculum Night 2020. My name is Dave Urig. I am your student's band teacher for the high school music class and the band section of that course. I am currently the director of bands at Rochester High School and have been there. This is my 7th year teaching now at Rochester High School and 14th year teaching overall. I'm excited to work with your students. We've had one meeting this past Friday, and we'll have our second meeting this coming Friday in a couple of days. Our course meeting is at 9 a.m. on Fridays, and will last for an hour, so 9 to 10 a.m. on Fridays each week. That's the one time that the students need to log on to Zoom so we can have that live meeting. Everything else they can do at home online through the various sites that we're using for this music course. Some of the things that we are covering this year in this virtual band course, some music theory, music history, some listening and critical analysis. We'll discuss pieces and listen to them together. The students will have some individual playing things that they need to do each week to complete assignments. And we'll probably have a few guests pop in some of our Zooms, maybe some professors or guest artists and things to talk to the students about various music topics. There are 4 areas in this high school course that the students will be graded on. I spoke about a few of them already. Music theory, they'll have a weekly music theory lesson to complete. A music history lesson, a little bit of a lecture, an online lecture, if you will, is on the Moodle site for them to watch and answer some questions. And then a technique exercise. And for our band students, that's mostly dealing with articulation and some other technique exercises. And then finally, a performance aspect. Well, they'll choose a solo or some excerpts of some famous pieces on their instrument. Well, they will learn throughout the course of the semester and perform at the end of the semester for a performance grade. Also on Fridays, I'm holding an office hour for the virtual campus students that will be from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. on Fridays. If the students want to chat one-on-one or in a small group about a specific item dealing with the class, I'm happy to address that in those office hours. And at any time, you as a parent or the students can email me. That's the best way to get a hold of me with any questions, comments, or concerns. And my email is listed in the parent view and student view websites where you can access my email there, and it's on the Moodle site as well. It's very important through this virtual campus that parents and students are checking their emails frequently for any updates and assignments and things of that nature. But also everything that I send home will be available on our Moodle site as well, which I'm going to share with you right now. So you can take a look. And this is what my view looks like of the Moodle site. So it's a little different. Here's the 4 topics I was talking about: music theory, history, technique, and performance. They'll have a weekly theory assignment, and then a music history assignment. And then finally, third, technique exercise. Oops, that's the vocal one. I'm going to get to the band one. And finally, the performance aspect. So that covers the 4 areas. At the very top of their page, is a folder for announcements where there's various things listed here. Our Zoom meeting, Flipgrid, I'll talk about that in a second. Smart music info, we'll talk about in a second. And some links from this past Friday's class that we talked about, some pieces that we discussed. So there's all sorts of good information here in the announcements on the Moodle page. Flipgrid is the app we're going to use for students to submit video recordings of themselves. And I just set up a very basic one at the beginning here, which I'll show you because I just asked them to introduce themselves with some basic information. And here's some stuff about me. Hi, my name is Mr. Euro. I'm the band director of Rochester High School. I will be teaching this virtual campus high school band course as well. I've been teaching for this is my 14th year, 7th year at Rochester High School. I grew up in Troy, Michigan. I went to Rochester Elementary School, Rochester Middle School, and Troy High School. Then I attended the University of Michigan, Eastern Michigan University, and then for my master's degree, I was in the American Band College of always enjoy. It's one of my favorite artists, but throughout the past 2 months, students got some videos, but so there's just a little video example for me, and a lot of the students have already submitted theirs for me just to get to know them a little bit more. So those are the 2 main websites that the students need to access, that Moodle site, and then also the Flipgrid. And then the last part is this Smart Music, which we just got set up, started to get set up a little bit this weekend. You and the students should have received an email how to get logged in, where students will be able to access just a large plethora of music. We'll put some things for them in their assignments, if you will, for them to learn and work on throughout the course of the semester. But this is a great resource for them to be able to listen to what the rest of the band sounds like and then play their part along with them. It's a great resource that our community was able to raise some money for through the district and make this purchase for all of our band and orchestra students in the district. So there are the 3 main websites for the students to be using. Again, the Moodle, Flipgrid, and then the Smart Music. Something that you should be receiving an email about as well is our Repair Tuesdays in the district that we're going to have. Hopefully by now, this is Wednesday night. I'm recording this on Monday, a few days earlier. You'll have this inbox. We are having Repair Night Tuesdays at Rochester High School from 6 to 8 p.m. each Tuesday for the foreseeable future, at least through December, where students can come for some minor repairs. We'll have a repair company there. A&G Central Music is one of our local music stores. They'll be able to work out some minor repairs, or one of the band or orchestra teachers can work on that. And if there's a significant repair that needs to go into the shop, they'll take it that night and bring it back the next week. Any school-owned instruments, the cost would be covered by those schools. If it's a personal instrument, then the cost would come to the families. Also, if you're in need of supplies, reeds, valve oil, cork grease, a new mouthpiece or ligature, any of that sort of stuff that the music store can provide, they can bring those with them on Tuesday. As long as you put in your order before Monday night at 6 p.m., just give them 24 hours advance notice, and they can bring those, sell it to you over the phone. You can bring money and pay for it. Then they'll have it as like a delivery service. So again, those will be Tuesday nights at Rochester High School between 6 and 8 p.m. Well, it's nice to meet you over Zoom. Hope to be able to see you at some point, and take care.